Okay. On another project, I made a lot of the extra Hypertufa mixture. So I've got this basket lined and ready to do a nice kind of a clover leaf pattern. So that's what we're going to use this one for. So I'll get started. Just put the liner down inside, put your hand on the bottom and kind of pull so that you get your wrinkles in a nice formation so that they won't be too, wonkered and sideways, etc. But that's basically how you start. I got a lot of overhang that I can wrap it in, but this should make a nice hens and chicks dish. So here we go. I'm just going to push a lot down into the bottom and we'll get that started. Okay, when we're forming the bottom, we put a lot in, but then take your fist and press down into the bottom to make sure you have a very strong bottom. And then as you pull around, pull up on the plastic so that you are arranging your wrinkles like you would want your wrinkles to be. This one, you can see where it raises up as I mush it down into the bottom, but just keep it nice and strong on the side because you do want a strong bottom. Now how we get the sides nice is take a big ball of it and just press into the sides like this. You can see how I just grip along the edges, and meanwhile just keep your bottom clear, but you want to make sure you have a nice strong wall. You can even it out later on, but keep that wall to the contours of your container. That way you know you're getting the shape that you wanted from this particular container. Let me show that one more time. Let me get a handle of it. Just press it up against the wall and squeeze. And you squeeze pretty hard with your thumbs on the outside, your fingers on the inside, and that'll make sure that you're getting a strong bond against the side. Okay, I've got it all patted in around the sides. You can see where it's fairly even, and as you come to spots that you think maybe are a little bit too thick, you may want yours a little bit thinner. Just barely brush the edges like that and let it crumble into the bottom, and then just take that out. So you can see how I've got it fairly equal. Press with your thumb to make sure the side is strong, and just keep going around the outer edges, pressing it in. And you can usually use your knuckles to pat the bottom to keep it smooth. Now I drill a hole in mine after the fact, after it's dry and ready to plant. That's when I drill. But you can see this one is fairly symmetrical all the way around. I think it looks pretty good. I might need to shape up a little bit on that side. All you do is just get a little bit in your hand and press against that edge. Just molding it with your thumb and the palm of your hand to make sure you keep a fairly straight side. And then you are interested in it being level all the way around. I mean, it isn't absolutely necessary, because everything's unique and individual with Hypertufa, but I like to try to keep it as uniform and as nice as I can. So this looks pretty good. I'm gonna say he is done, and what I'll do is take this excess, shake off the extra, and I would just fold it right down inside so that we have the Hypertufa wrapped up, and then this will go into a bag for its curing time, and that'll either take 24 to 48 hours. It's pretty hot and humid these days right now in Ohio, so it'll probably be really hard by tomorrow, and depending on what I'm going to be doing, I may just go ahead and take it out, rebag it, and then set it in the shade for another week to 10 days. But this one, I think it's ready. Here is the new Hypertufa planter that we've made. It is all planted up this spring. I have sempervivums in it, and also the coral reef sedum, that real bright green one that you see there on the surface. That coral reef sedum does really grow and mat and will bloom later in the summer, so I'll have to trim it back after it blooms. But I've got it outside with all the rest of the overwintering Hypertufa pots. These will stay outside all winter and summer in the snow, cold, wind, and rain, and I expect them to do just fine. Thanks for watching.